There are two drawing tools you need to understand and are essential for sketching drawings. These are the Arc and Ellipse tools on the Draw menu. The Arc command sketches segments of a circumference known as arcs. Most of the time, they are defined based on several data items. Some are the arc starting point, the end point, the midpoint, and the opening angle. After enabling the command, you are free to sketch arcs without any controls, as all you need to do is click the mouse. However, there are some other available options in the command for arc definition. Let's study some of them. See how they are divided into three options: defining an arc based on start and midpoint, defining an arc based on the start and end points, and defining an arc based on the midpoint of the geometry. Let's take a look at some of them. Start center N to sketch an arc based on these points. And then, after enabling this option, you define a point in the workspace, define its radius, and after that, input the arc closure. When you enable the Ortho option, the opening changes to 90-degree intervals. Another available option is the start and radius. Take a look at this example to define the start, midpoint, and end points for the arc with a radius of 35. See how the center of the arc is not exactly in the midpoint. Starting from the center of the arc, you can use the Center Start Angle option. Click this point to define the mid and end points for its limits. Sketch the angle after enabling the Ortho option. The Ellipse command sketches ellipses, elliptical curves, and even makes it possible to draw isometric circumferences. This is on the Draw menu, and you can see some other options here. Initially, you can define the first ellipse axis to be larger and the second one to be smaller. There are also other ways to define them in the available options. Enable the Axis N option and then define 2 points in the workspace to sketch the larger axis. Take a look at these examples. For the Elliptical Arc option, the arc can be based from 2 or more points. It is possible to use this option for smaller openings, as well as wider openings, wide elliptical arcs. See how after you define the ellipse axis, the opening option is enabled. Then type the desired angle or do this by dragging the mouse. So in this class, you have studied some interesting commands for two-dimensional drawings, and you must practice them to enhance your performance.